Hello, this video is in response to a question somebody asked on one of my videos, and it was to do with the data validation. Let me show you what they asked, and it's a really valid question. So in column A, where I've got the items here, my fruit and veg, when you click on the drop down you can change it, so that's really good, and that's what the data validation does, so it's working. But if I change A2, I'm going to change that to apples, and you'll see the category doesn't change. Now the way I would do it, if I wanted both columns to change, is I would use a lookup, Vlookup probably, could use next lookup, but I think I'm going to use a Vlookup. So let me show you how we change one column and it automatically change the category using a Vlookup. So my category column is now blank, and what I've done over here is I've created a table. I have got some videos on how you create a table. Remember the Control T button, and we've got all the items in my list here, and then in the second column I've got my list of food, whether it's a fruit or vegetable, and that would be really useful because if I want to do something like a pivot table, I could work out the difference between the sales of fruit and the sales of vegetables. So sometimes by introducing an extra column, it gives us that ability to analyse our data better. So, always consider that when you're putting data in. Anyway, so let's look at how we use this. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name this table, and naming the table is really important because I'm providing a reference point. So here's my table here. I'm going to make sure I click on it. I'm going to go up to the top of the screen, just below there. And I want the table design. On some versions of Excel that can show up as table tools. We want table design, and it will show up as table tools and then design underneath it, but the principle's the same. You end up in the same place. So when we get into this menu, on the left hand side here, this is where we're going to name the table. I don't have to do this step, but if I don't do it, I'm not referencing that object. Or I am, but I'm calling it table 2, and I'm not going to remember what table 2 is. So I'm going to call this one TBL fruit. Okay, so I've named my table. If you really, sometimes what I do, if I'm doing this a lot, I might even just type the table name underneath it, just so I know what I've called it. Okay, so my table is named, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do a Vlookup to look up the category. So all I need to do is click on B2, and I'll go through the wizard because then you can see the different bits. So we're going to go to the Formulas tab, we're going to go Lookup and Reference, and scroll down, and we want V for vertical, Vlookup. Okay, so what have we got to put in here then? Well, we know one bit, we know the table because we've just done that. So where it says table array, there we go. I could actually just fill that in because I know what I'm looking for. So let's put TBL fruit. Okay, and it does help if you spell it right. So that's the first thing. But I've got a few more bits to fill in, and I need to know the lookup value. Okay, so let's take a step back, kind of come out of there. If you were manually wanting to find out what category the apples were in, you would think about what you had in cell A2, and then you would go over to the table. There's the table, and then you would look down the first column, so you got to apples, and then you'd look across to column 2, and you would bring back the information in column 2. So on our manual Vlookup, I would say that apples is in the fruit category. Now obviously we don't want it to be manual, we want it to be automatic. But that brings us back to the different elements, because the lookup value is the item that sits outside the table that you're looking up but must be found in the first column of the table you're looking it up in. Okay, I'll just repeat that. So the lookup value, it sits outside the table where you're looking at the data, but it must be found in the first column. And that's an assumption Excel makes. Excel assumes that the word apples is, just get my mouse to come back. The word apples is in the first column of the TBL food table. And then what we do, we count. So if we imagine the first column is where Excel was looking. That's that one. The second column is the information we want to bring back. If we had more columns, they would be 3, 4, 5. So that means wherever this information is on the spreadsheet, column 1 is always the first column with the items in, column 2 is what I'm bringing back. It won't change, whatever that table is. So let's give this a go. We're going to click in B2. We know our lookup value, let me write these down, is in A2. That's what we're looking at. We know the table name is TBL fruit. And we know also we want to bring back column 2. And then it asks us, is it a true or false? Now, this is probably the hardest one to remember, but basically, if it's text, if it's a unique identifier, it's going to be a false. And when we go through the wizard again, I'll show you where to find that. Okay, so click on B2, we're going to go back to the wizard, look up a reference, Vlookup, there it is, and let's have a look. So, in the lookup value, I'm going to put in A2. Underneath that, I'm going to put in the name of the table, TBL fruit. And as you'll see, what's happening on the right-hand side of the wizard, this information is appearing to show it recognises it. If you ever get any red on the right, if you ever get any red text, let me put some red text in. So let me just put something in at the bottom. Oh, okay, it's not known. Trying to make a mistake, it's not doing it. So let's say A2. Okay, let's make it in the column. There we go. So there we go. So I've typed something in that's wrong. It's come up in red. So I know there's a mistake. Now actually, I've put column A. It's not column A. It's actually within the table. It's column 2. And then the last bit is going to be false. And a little reminder down here, I find this quite useful. It says find an exact match equals false. So basically the word apples has got to be exactly the same as the word apples in the table, and that tells me it's an exact match. So if you can't remember, just have a look at that option there. Okay, we're going to choose OK, and because the information I'm typing it into on the left hand side, so because this information here is a table, I don't need to copy it down. Excel has automatically populated it. So let's see how this fits in with our data validation. So we're going to click on A2. We're going to click on the drop down arrow, and I'm going to change to carrots. So it was A4. Let's do an A2 as well. So click on A2. I'll zoom in a bit. I'll zoom in a bit for you. So I'm going to click on the drop down, change to broccoli for instance, and can you see the category has changed? So what the category is doing is looking up from the table, from column 2, and bringing back the relevant information in column 2. And also, because I've got a table, I can actually add to this. So let's add in melon, and that's going to be a fruit. So if I go back to my data, click on the drop down, and there's melon. And the other thing, so just going back to the data validation, because column A is based on validating from column G, I can do an A to Z sort, and that means my list in column A, my drop downs, comes out in alphabetical order. So if you sort your validation list in alphabetical order, it's much easier to find. So there's a couple of things there. With the VLOOKUPs, you can type them in, so if you're feeling a little bit more fancy, just delete that. Okay, so let's give it a go. So we'll start in B2, we'll say equals VLOOKUP A2, comma, TBL fruit, comma, column 2, comma, false. Close your brackets. So you can type it in manually if you're not so keen on the wizard. Press enter and that will work it all down. So hopefully that will answer the question. If you want to know more about VLOOKUPs, on the 1st of July on our Excel surgery, we are talking about VLOOKUPs, and it's an hour online and it will go into them in a little bit more detail. But thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Speak to you soon. And if you've got any comments or suggestions on videos I could do, then let me know.